welcome.
President Trump keeping up his war of words with members of his own party, as a new Wall Street Journal editorial suggests Republicans need to think of the president as a political independent. The piece reading, quote, President Trump now seems to be using Twitter to tell Republicans in Congress that he's divorcing them, or at least seeking a trial separation. And for his own self-preservation, the GOP Congress is going to have to find different living arrangements. And it goes on. Rachel Campos Duffy and Leslie Marshall, Fox News contributors. Marshall, also a syndicated radio host. Ladies, good Friday to you. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, too.
Rachel, start with you. We'll flip this around for a second on the Wall Street Journal. Does President Trump view himself as a traditional Republican in the likes of Paul Ryan, Mitch McConnell, and others in Congress?
I think that Donald Trump and the rest of America see him as an outsider. But if you look at his agenda and you look at the people he's put in his government, in his cabinet, so many of them are more conservative than the past Republican administrations, probably since Ronald Reagan. So, look, I think that this Donald Trump needs the Congress. The Congress needs Donald Trump. And I'm really baffled by this op-ed. It makes no sense to me what they're trying to do. They're trying to sow some sort of division or more division between Congress and the president. I think all the president is doing with some of these tweets is to not divorce himself from the party, but probably he's frustrated by all the inaction and the pace of government. I mean, remember, this is a CEO, and what he's trying to do is say, hey, listen, I'm going to divorce myself of the blame, of the responsibility if you guys don't get your act together and get this agenda passed.
Leslie, how's this playing for Democrats?
Well, I think Democrats should, and I don't know that they are successfully right now, to be honest, Leland, take advantage of this, getting closer to the midterm elections. Remember, if Republicans continue to be in Congress, as I see them to be with regard to the president, I mean, how much are you going to take? I mean, you know, you turn the other cheek, but how many times if somebody slaps you on the face, in a sense, when are they going to grow a spine? And they're going to have to for some of them that want to save their own seats. And Democrats can take advantage of this heading into the midterm with the weaker areas of Republicans in both the House and the Senate. And, you know, I have to say that I agree with Rachel somewhat. However, I think that, yes, Congress and the president need each other, but I don't think that the president is helping. There's no olive branch here. I think this tweeting is not only unpresidential, but it's not professional and it's juvenile. So I think Republicans are going to have a mutiny, but they're going to have to go forward with their agenda so they can say to their constituents,
the Wall Street Journal,
we
did
our job. Rachel, yeah. I want to get this in because some Republicans are already talking about mutiny, and to take the divorce analogy a little bit further, some are already filing for divorce. This in the Washington Post, an op-ed this time by the great Senator John Danforth of, I will say, the great state of Missouri. And in honor of our past and in belief in our future, for the sake of our party and our nation, we Republicans must disassociate ourselves from Trump by expressing our opposition to his divisive tactics and by clearly and strongly insisting that he does not represent what it means to be a Republican. I've never heard anyone besmirch the senator's honor. People may disagree with him on that. Rachel, I'm guessing you're one of them.
Well, look, I think that Donald Trump, his tactics are off-putting to a lot of people. But if we're talking about policy, if we're talking about the agenda that he wants to put forward and get passed, it's the same agenda that the Republicans ran on. And that Wall Street Journal, I want to just go back to that for a second, because in that op-ed, they're saying, expect Donald Trump to, you know, join up with Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats in a year. I mean, that's crazy. If you know any Trump supporters, there's no way they're going to join up with the idea of open borders, of rolling back or putting back in place the regulations that Donald Trump has rolled back on, the kind of taxes that Nancy Pelosi wants to see. I mean, there's no way that he can make common cause with the Democrats. His only agenda is the same agenda that the Republicans ran on, and it's both sides need to come together and get it done.
I got to cut you off because I want to get Leslie at least to get her some equal time on this. Leslie, to that point, is the dominant strategy for Democrats to just keep obstructing here?
Well, there are a couple of schools of thought, and I never thought I would say this, but I think Steve Bannon is actually right, and that if Democrats go down the road of no, with regard to the Democrats, if Democrats continue on, pulling down statues, that's not going to be a win for them. I think that there are two key strategies for Democrats to win going forward.
We've got time
and
for
that
one.
is
Give me your
really
best
to
one.
keep. Okay, I'm going to give the two. Keep on Trump and the economy, the economy, the economy.
All right. Well, you got two in the time of one. Ladies, appreciate it. Have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you.
You too.